Wow.
Logan Cooley, because that's all the talk, as we're going to preview the Yotes as they get underway tonight against the New Jersey Devils. And so much hype around this young kid, Logan Cooley. You heard that incredible goal. Hopefully many of you that are into hockey or will soon be into hockey got a chance to see that in preseason against the Kings. Just off-the-wall play that I'm sure, Coach, you could break down a lot better than us. But here he is, getting ready, and first game tonight in the NHL, be matched up with Jason Zucker, and I'm anxious to see this kid. We need an identity.
Yeah, you know what? The exciting thing about this Logan Cooley kid is he's honestly, he potentially is the best player this franchise has ever had.
Ever.
Really? This kid is unreal. Like his skill.
Teppo Numminen?
Oh, yeah, he's got Teppo beat. He's not Keith Tkachuk style. He's not a big body. It's going to drive the net, but skill level.
Okay.
Skill level, this is the best player that's ever put on a Coyote jersey. And I know he hasn't played a game yet.
Coach.
I know the kid. Wait till he plays one game, and then we'll build from there. But you talk about Connor Bedard a lot. The whole league is blown up over Connor Bedard.
Play one game first.
Connor Bedard is 18 years old, and he plays like an 18-year-old. And I'm not taking any away from the kid. He's slight. He gets pushed off the puck, and he's going to take time to develop and get into the superstar that he's going to be. Logan Cooley's a year older, drafted a year earlier. He's 19. He played in college hockey against men last year. He's stronger. He's got a little grit and bite to his game. Like, hockey fans are going to like him. Like, he gets in there a little dirty, and he'll use his stick. He'll use his body. He does look 16, but the kid can skate like the wind. And I tell you what, his skill level phenomenal.
That's something Manuch would say. Skate like the wind.
Oh, there you go.
Go ahead, elaborate.
The athleticism. I watch athleticism. I mean, I know enough about hockey to be dangerous. Rock's a hockey guy. I watch the guys on the ice, the way they move. And that move there we came back with, the spin, the shot, the here, there. I'm like, wait a second. This kid's 18? I mean, he's very mature physically, even though he's not the biggest kid, but he's mature mentally.
Yeah.
And now, to your point, Steve, does he blend with what they're looking to do within that system?
Well, here's the two different things. We talked about Bedard again. He's first line center, first power play. Everything's Bedard, right. Bedard. Here in this organization under Andre Tourigny, this kid's playing on the second line. And it's Keller and Schmaltz and Hayton are first over the boards. They're first over the boards on the power play. This kid didn't even play 1 second on the power play in training camp. Like, they're keeping him off the power plays. They're saying, hey, you're going to earn it. You're going to work your way in. You're just a piece of this big puzzle. But I tell you, at the end of the day, this kid is absolutely something special. And Coyotes fans need something. If they're not going to root for a playoff team, let's root for a player. Let's root for something exciting. I see this kid he is absolutely in the Calder talk for Rookie of the Year in this season, and watch him tonight. He is special. So it's fun to have something to grab onto as a Coyotes fan.
All right, you brought up Clayton Keller. You brought up Nick Schmaltz. Let's start with Clayton Keller. Coming off that broken leg, made it to the All-Star game last year, led the team at 86 points?
86 points, yeah.
37 goals. What are the expectations for Clayton Keller?
Well, you talk to him, and he thinks he can have a bigger season this year, which is hard. This is the best season. 86 points is the most points a Coyote player has ever scored well in Arizona. He tied Keith Tkachuk with 86. He expects to do better. He expects to do great things. And interesting, with Cooley there, I think that's going to push Keller, because Keller's going to say, hey, wait a minute. I'm the guy.
Franchise.
Yeah, I'm the guy. He's not the guy. I'm the guy. I'm already a 2-time All-Star.
And see, there's nothing wrong with that.
No.
That internal competition.
Great. I think you need that. I think that makes everybody better. Yeah. So Keller is the player for now. Cooley's the player for the future. Keller's exciting. I've got him putting the puck in the net tonight. So I did my pregame bets and got him in there.
So what's the next step he needs to make? And the next step you think he will make?
Keller?
Yes.
See, Keller's got to get that consistent level of play, because his rookie year was great. He scored over 20 goals his rookie year, and then he fell off for 2 or 3 seasons. Now he's back. Now he's got to do what he did last year. Again, he's got to put up those kind of numbers year after year if you want to be a franchise player and get your name in the Ring of Honor. So Keller's got to earn that consistency. He's one thing he did do is he became a better defensive player. He played a 200-foot game, and he played tougher. And he used to be a guy that stay on the periphery and just kind of float pucks. And now he's shown his ability to get to the net. He's shown his ability to defend, and he's shown his ability to compete. And those 3 things have made him a very valuable player for this franchise.
Let's talk about another first-round pick, Nick Schmaltz. You look at his numbers last year, you look at his numbers the year before. They're identical. Same amount of games, one goal difference, same amount of points, basically. 36 assists was the same back-to-back. If you get that same Nick Schmaltz, is that good? Or are we expecting more because he's a first-round pick?
Here's hard. Nick Schmaltz has the ability to be an elite player in this league. I think his speed, his ability to get away from players, his puck protection, delivering pucks to the net is elite. The problem with Nick Schmaltz is you look at the number of games he's played over the last 3 years, 63, 63, 52. He hasn't played a full season. He's played over 70 games once in his entire career. So durability is an issue with him.
Okay.
And I hope he's taken the time this summer finally to understand that you need to be stronger and work on your muscles and your core and your flexibility so you don't get hurt. He has a problem being consistent. And I don't mean just consistent from game to game. I mean from shift to shift. He could be a world beater one shift and the next shift he disappears. He is a player that I want to see that dig in. We used to call him in the locker room. We used to call him Eeyore. How you doing today, Schmaltz? Oh, I'm doing okay.
Eeyore.
You know, so he's just kind of got that even, never too up, never too down, but he's got to get that fire. Like I want him to show me this year that, yeah, I've got that. Incredibly skilled. He's just got to get over that hump of, yeah, I want to be here.
Steve Peters, Rock Manuch with the year, Fox Sports 910, doing a preview of the Yotes
Cardinals
getting underway tonight. In New Jersey, the C on the sweater, captain, is a big deal.
Yeah,
a real big deal in hockey, right?
Yes.
I mean, Manuch I didn't play, but I even remember skating in New Jersey on the lakes. You know, I'm going to be the captain today. You know, I'm the C. Yeah. How does this team not have a captain?
See, this is the debate.
That's interesting.
I'm with you.
That's interesting.
And more other sports, you see it in football. You see the C on an offensive and a defensive player. And in hockey, it's a big deal. They're the only player that's allowed to talk to the referee. That's it. So for this team to not have a captain now going into their third season without a captain, here's what I think. I think they need one. Yeah. I think it's Clayton Keller.
I mean, come on, no-brainer.
I think if you
why isn't it Clayton Keller?
I don't.
Who makes the decision?
It's the coach. It's coming to Andre Tournier, and he said, I asked him this in the preseason. He wants to have a group of leaders. He wants to have a group.
Can't reinvent the wheel.
So my comment to that is, we all know who the captain is. The guys in the room all know who the captain is. The fans all know who the captain is. Just put a C on the kit.
And let me say this, Steve, that empowers him even more so.
Absolutely.
You talk about raising his game. Now he feels responsible. Yes. He feels like each and every day, I'm the guy. If you do captain by committee, it's like, okay, what if we have this or have that? The captain, if you're stepping out of line, he'll get in your grill right now.
Who's not going to call it? Who's not going to call it?
Well, so you can have an alternate captain. They have the A's, but it's not the guy. You spread that amongst the group. And I think when this team went from Keith Tkachuk was the captain. He was the captain Coyote. He left. Within days, Teppo Nubanen's the captain. You get another captain. Shane Doan, we love Shane Doan. Shane Doan is Mr. Coyote. We get it. He is now gone. Name another captain. I really personally don't understand how it's this difficult, because I do think that will help that player go, okay, I'm the guy.
And not to mention, for the fan base, Oliver Ekman-Larsson was the last captain.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's jersey sales. It's, you know, you want to try to kind of like right now, I mean, I'm jumping ahead, but, you know, this fall, this holiday season, what's the sweater I'm buying?
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. And the funny thing about that is they came out with this new Desert Night jersey, the purple one with the script. Yeah. The coolest thing about the jersey is the C. It's a crescent moon. It's a moon with a C. Haven't seen it. Don't know it. It's in the press release, but nobody's worn it now. So, yeah, I think it's time. I think I know what Andre's trying to do, and I like the way he coaches with everybody. We're all in this together, and we're all doing it as a team, but I think you can still accomplish that with a captain.
Let me ask you, if this was Toronto, New York, Chicago, Detroit, would the fan base be barking?
Absolutely.
Is this because we're just a young one? We're going in our 26, 27 season?
I think they're trying to be unique here. Chicago's doing it right now without a captain, only because Jonathan Taves, who wear the C forever, won cups as their captain, he hasn't officially retired yet. He's not able to play right now.
Yeah.
So I understand that one.
That one's a little bit different.
Boston, Patrice Bergeron handed it off to Marchand in the next day. So I agree. I'm going to look past it and hope this team does it as a committee and as a group, and us against the world mentality. But yeah, I think it's time.
Before we leave, let's talk about the backstops. Ingram and is it
Vamelka?
Vamelka.
Yep.
Vegematic.
Yep. Veggie.
Vamelka.
We'll go with Veggie.
Okay, let's talk about these two guys.
Well, it's interesting. They just signed Ingram to a 3-year extension. I really like Connor Ingram. Yeah. They picked him up on waivers a year ago. He was their best goaltender in training camp. I think the future for him is bright. Vamelka came onto this team expecting to go to Tucson 3 years ago, and he gets the starting job. When he's good, he is very good. When he's bad, he is very bad. He's another player. I keep talking about consistency. He's a guy that's 6'5", and he's got to play like a 6'5" goaltender. I think he's too busy. He slides around the net too much, and he got the torch handed to him again tonight. So he starts for game one. Veggie gets the start. Vejmelka will be in net tonight against the New Jersey Devils. But I would anticipate at least sharing the load with Ingram. But their goaltending as a tandem in the Central Division, I put them near the top. As a tandem, they're very good. This will help them progress this season. I think they're going to face a lot of shots, and I think they're going to be extremely busy. But I don't mind their goaltending.
Well, Veggie showed some signs last year of some success, right? I think we felt going in, you and I even talked about it, walking my dog, you're like, hey, this goaltending is going to be bad. But they were better than I think you expected, right?
Yes.
So there is that chance. But coming through the pipeline, they drafted 3.
Yep.
So is it 2-3 years down the road that there could be this superstar goaltender that's in the system?
That's one thing this organization has never done, drafted a starting goalie. The guys they draft, they always have to move on, and they just never pan out. This time they've got guys that I think can be there. With the 3 guys they picked this year, the problem is goalies develop long. It takes longer to develop a goalie than it does any other position. So it's going to be a while before you see these guys here. They're not even going to be in Tucson. They're 2 years away at least from being in Tucson. I would look for them to be, when this team finally leaves the mullet in their new building, which I know they don't have, when they're ready to win, one of these guys is going to step up and be the guy. I hope.
You stick with us for one more segment because I want to ask you about the defense. I want to talk about the arena deal. This is the 4th youngest roster in the league, and here they are starting on a